It was supposed to be a regular business flight, nothing unusual, nothing dramatic. But for Jordan Myles, it turned into a test of composure, power, and respect. The 43-year-old CEO of one of the fastest-growing fintech companies in the world had just finished delivering a keynote in Geneva. Clad in a tailored navy blue suit and wearing a quiet confidence that only years of navigating boardrooms and billion-dollar deals could bring, Jordan boarded the first-class cabin of Flight 782 bound for New York. He wasn't loud. He wasn't demanding. He took his seat, 1A, a premium spot he had booked months in advance, not because he needed the legroom or the champagne, but because he'd earned it. Years ago, he'd flown coach with barely enough space to open his laptop. Now, first class was a silent reminder of how far he'd come. But the world had a strange way of testing those who'd fought their way to the top. Especially when they didn't look like they belonged. Just 10 minutes before takeoff, a white male passenger entered the cabin, looking confused and irritated. He was dressed casually, a gold watch glinting on his wrist. Moments later, the lead flight attendant approached Jordan, a polite smile masking the arrogance in her eyes. "Sir," she began, "we're terribly sorry for the inconvenience, but there seems to be a mix-up with the seating. This gentleman," she gestured subtly to the man who had just boarded, "has a seat assignment that appears to overlap with yours. He's one of our frequent flyers and has requested seat 1A specifically. Would you mind switching to seat 4C?" Jordan blinked. Slowly. "I booked this seat months ago. My name is on the ticket. Are you suggesting I give it up because he asked for it?" The attendant's smile wavered, just a little. "We completely understand, sir. It's just that he's one of our loyal platinum members, and he's a bit uncomfortable sitting further back. We can offer you a complimentary drink and lounge voucher for the trouble." Jordan didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. He looked the attendant straight in the eye and said, "Get your supervisor." But the supervisor only doubled down. The reasoning became more and more absurd. "It's just a courtesy," she insisted. "He's had a long day. Surely you understand." The white passenger stood a few feet away, arms folded, expression smug, as if he already knew how this would end. As if he expected the black man to quietly move without resistance. As if this was his seat, and Jordan was just borrowing it. What none of them knew, however, was that Jordan Myles wasn't just any executive. He was the CEO of Ardent Pay, a multi-billion-dollar tech empire that had recently signed a global payment integration deal, ironically, with the airline itself. One phone call, and things would change. Permanently. Jordan calmly reached into his jacket pocket, pulled out his phone, and dialed a number from memory. "This is Myles," he said. "I need to speak with the VP of Strategic Partnerships. It's urgent. Tell her it's about an incident on Flight 782. 15 minutes later, as the plane sat idle on the tarmac, the captain emerged from the cockpit, looking tense. He walked directly to Jordan and spoke in a hushed voice. "Mr. Myles, I sincerely apologize for the misunderstanding. Please stay seated in 1A. There's no issue with your ticket. We're handling the matter." Jordan said nothing. He didn't gloat. He didn't even look at the white passenger, who was now visibly confused, whispering with the crew. Then, the unexpected happened. A second call came through. The airline's executive team had been alerted. The situation had escalated to corporate, fast. Within the hour, before the plane even took off, the entire in-flight leadership crew, including the supervisor and the lead attendant, were removed from the aircraft and replaced. The captain announced a slight delay due to a crew scheduling adjustment, but everyone in first class knew the truth. Jordan Myles had made a call, and the sky had listened. The white passenger was reassigned to another flight. Quietly. No apology, no confrontation. Just silence and a lingering sense of humiliation as he was escorted off the plane, his privilege failing him at the moment he needed it most. As for Jordan, he didn't smile or celebrate. He simply opened his laptop and resumed reviewing quarterly reports, as if nothing had happened. Because for him, this wasn't a victory, it was exhausting. A reminder that no matter how high you climb, someone will always try to make you feel small. But this time, they picked the wrong man. News of the incident leaked a week later. A flight attendant who had witnessed everything anonymously submitted the story to a travel blog. It went viral within hours. Black CEO refuses to switch seats for white man, makes one call, gets entire crew replaced, the headlines read. Some called it petty. Others called it justice. But for thousands, especially black professionals who'd faced similar microaggressions without the power to push back, it was something else entirely. It was hope. It was a quiet, resounding message: you don't have to shrink yourself to be accepted. Jordan never commented publicly. He didn't need to. His presence spoke louder than any statement. He continued building his company, mentoring young black entrepreneurs, and flying first class on any airline he chose. And next time a flight attendant looked at him with doubt, they might think twice. Because behind the quiet stare, the calm demeanor, and the tailored suit was a man who had power. Real power. The kind that doesn't shout. The kind that doesn't threaten. The kind that makes one call and changes everything.